Hey, Mr. Brooks here. I'm going to go through the instructions for today's activity, the walk, jog, or run. This data that you guys will be collecting today will be used on your test tomorrow. Today, what you guys want to do is go outside and walk, jog, or run a loop that you're going to do 4 laps of. Make sure it's a shorter distance. I don't want you guys spending 30 minutes out trying to walk this path. So be smart about which way you choose. To do this, the first thing you guys want to do is plan out your path and figure out that distance. So you're going to click on this link here, and it'll open up the page. So this is where you will plan out your jog. Down here will tell you your distance in miles, and then up here in the upper right-hand side, you can type in your address and it'll zoom in there. So I'm going to go to Wilson High School, and it zooms in there. If you want to zoom in further, down in the lower right hand side, you can push the plus to zoom out, push the minus. All right, I'm going to pick a path that's going to go around the upper house. So it's going to go up to Grandview, over, down, and around. To do that, I just click on the map wherever I'm going to change direction. So I'm going to start here, then I'm going to run up to Grandview. So I'm going to click on Grandview. I'm going to turn to move across the high school. I'll click here at the next intersection. Then I'm going to go down. This website will follow the path that's on there, so the roads or if it's a walking path. And there I have my loop all the way around Wilson High School, and the total distance is 0.55 miles. So when I go to do this, I'm going to walk this loop or jog it. I'm going to take my time for the first lap, and that'll be my time for 0.55 miles. So if we scroll down back to the lab, here's our total time. So Mr. Mel did a similar path. It was 0.46 miles, and it took him 2 minutes and 35 seconds to do the first lap. All right, and then he kept running around, and now by the time he finished his second lap, which was the total distance of 0.92, right, 0.46 times 2, his total time was 355 seconds. So it's from his start to 2 laps was 355 seconds. And then the start time for 3 laps was 555 seconds, or 8 minutes and 55 seconds. And then his start time for 4 laps was 12 minutes. And the distance is additive too. So we're going to do 0.46 times 2, 0.46 times 3, 0.46 times 4. So it's an additive distance and an additive time. So for this one, the first lap in time would be maybe it took 2 minutes, so 120 seconds to run 0.55 miles. The second time might be around 4 minutes or 240 seconds to go 1.1 miles. So you see how we get that information. You guys are going to fill in your data here, total time and your total distance covered. Then you're going to take this graph and you're going to put it into the Desmos sheet. So clicking on this link, it'll open up to this. All right. This Desmos sheet will graph your data. Your X is your time and your Y is your distance. If you click and drag on here, you can move the axis. You can zoom in. One of the things that you guys need to do is set up a scale that makes sense. So if I wanted to put in the data from Mr. Mel, I would use 155. So we always start at 0, 0, and then we'll go, that way it goes to the origin, 155 here, 355, next one was 555, and then the last one was 750 seconds. You guys want your time in seconds, all right? And then the distance was 0.46, then 0.92, and then 1.38, and the last one was 1.84 miles. All right. So looking at this, it'll give us the graph, it'll give us the slope, but the problem here is we are zoomed in too close. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this wrench to change the settings, and this gives us our range for the x-axis. Our maximum range should be a little bit greater than our maximum time. So we're going to go here. Our maximum time was 750, so I'm going to go to 800 for this. 800. And then for our distance, which is the y-axis, it goes from 0 to 1.84, so I'm going to change our maximum distance to 2, just a little bit bigger than our max. Close that. And then we'll scroll this so see it. And there we have our graph. It draws a line in for us. It's a line of best fit. And then here is our slope. Okay, our slope is 0.0025 miles per second. All right, so it should be a small number because we don't really move that many miles each second. In the test, you're going to have to convert this for me. All right, so that's what you guys are going to do for today. If you have any questions, please let me know, and best of luck.